Hello, welcome back. So now let's work with this option here. We already used it, but I want to show you the warp vector mixed with another filter, Resample. Okay, let me show you what is Resample and some other uses of this option of warping the surface. So let's do something similar to the previous video. So let's reproduce now our pipeline, and let's create some muscle memory. So let's do everything. So I want to use this drag and win. Okay, so I am extracting here. You can extract here, it's up to you. I will do it in this way. Okay, I want to create the surface normals. Remember that previously we had that problem, so we need to use extract surface. Okay, so this time we have it. Sometimes you don't get that problem, so you know the solution. Apply there, and now that we have this one, we can get normals, surface normals, and we are all set. See that we have the normals there. Perfect. So you have your vector, okay, your components, so no issue, easy peasy. And let's go and let me use this option here. Okay, we mentioned that I want to access this one, and 01, which is, by the way, you can change, here, compute cell normals. If you want, you can get some normals, but also you can flip normals now, so it's not an issue. Okay, so it's up to you. And let me put it here. Okay, actually let me go and put it in 2. Probably too much. 1. Okay, and our original surface. Okay, so we have this 2, and let's say that this surface that I have here, this one, the one that I warp, I want to map the solution of the domain. We have a domain. Everything that is in the domain, I want to map it in this one. Okay, so that's where we need to use Resample. And actually that Resample you can create, you can import anything, put it there, and then map into that Resample. And just to show you something, so if I plot here Mach number and Mach number, it is the same. I am just doing a topological operation and moving, translating the surface, but the values are exactly the same. So what I want to do now is to map a new field here. So how do we do that? Go here, and you are going, alphabetical, and you're going to see Resample this one. So you have many filters. This is Resample with dataset. So your source data, domain, my destination mesh, well, pick up the mesh. So I want this one. Apply, so remember that, well, select fields and everything. And now, there you go. We have the field that it is in the original domain at that location, and you map it there. Very powerful technique. Okay, it might become useful many times. So very easy to use. There you go. So what else we can do with this? So imagine that there, as I mentioned, in this case we have velocity at the surface here, but if you run a Navier-Stokes, the velocity is 0. So you want to release streamlines from the surface, but velocity is 0. You cannot do it. What can you do? Well, you get the idea here. Just do warping of the surface, shift it a little bit from the original one, and then release from there now when you get that velocity vector. So let's do it. So here I will put, for instance, 01. Let me put it something smaller, 01. So imagine that original case, imagine that velocity was 0 here. Now in the new mesh, you shift it a little bit, and this one should have a velocity field there. Remember, you need to do the resampling, okay? So let me go here, and actually this is already connected. Yeah, so yeah, we shifted, and this one we resample. You have the velocity, and you can now do whatever you want here. In this case, let's release the streamline. So if hypothetically imagine the original surface, you didn't have velocity, or you wanted to plot velocity vectors, but it wasn't they were not available there. So now you will have it here, and you will be able to do all your plotting and everything. So put one here, and there you go. You have your standard vectors, and also you can search and string custom source. You go input is this one, set source will be resample this one, and there you go. Everything works in the same way. And what I want to stress that all these filters can be combined. I have to say that sometimes this pipeline can become incredibly complicated. Okay, so see here that this is not very complicated now, but I have seen much worse. And remember that you have that node visualization here, that it can be helpful. I didn't enable. You have managed plugin, and this can help you a lot now working in the node editor. So have this resample. We cover a lot, as you can see. The other thing that I want to do is to do selection. So I think I'd rather cover that now, talking about this bar now. So for instance, let me go original mesh. Let me put it here. And remember that you can select things here. So you go here, you select that, you can now delete that selection. You have lasso tool, and you can go like that in lasso tool. If you want to add more to this selection, put here, and then you can come here and you add more to that selection. If you want to do the inversion of this selection, there is a little bit hidden, and you can go edit, find data here. You have this, and let me put it here, and here somewhere you will have data producer, invert selection. Okay, and there you go. Okay, so remember that you select that one. I can click here and you extract that selection, and that is a completely different, no, there is selection. And this one you can plot something else. So you have their Mach number, and here I can put my pressure, and you can plot it there. You don't see anything because you have it in top of that one. And what you can do is the trick that I show you, that shift it, moving away using normal, by the way. So always compute the normal and have it normal, and you are all set. To mention something, that this selection here, you can save it now. So you right click here, you can add filter, change the input, but as you go here, you can save that as an STL. No, I don't have the STL option. Well, you have different format, but I don't have the STL option because I need and just view information. I don't see it. Okay. Okay. I need to compare it to convert it to that infamous or famous PTK dataset. So remember that you have extract surface. Now that you extract the surface, it will map all the fields and everything. You go here and you can go save data, and now you should have available STL, BTK, and well, all the other formats and so on. So cool. Okay, another way, another filter, another way to use the Wolrer and so on. So, okay, so we're having a blast. Okay, so let's move to the next video. Bye.